Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing good and happy Valentine's Day because I'm hopefully posting this on Monday, Valentine's. I am just going to apologise now in case you hear any weird sounds because Sia is literally just sat directly behind the camera just staring at me getting ready, which she always does. She's so cute. But if you hear any weird sounds throughout the video, it's not me, it's the dog sniffing herself. So yeah, I'm actually getting ready for my date night tonight for Valentine's / boyfriend's birthday. So I'm not too sure if I've mentioned this on my channel before, but my boyfriend's birthday is actually the 13th, the day before Valentine's, and obviously this year Valentine's falls on Monday. We decided we're going to go out on the Saturday night, just us two, for his birthday / Valentine's, which is tonight. So that's why I've called it my Valentine's Get Ready With Me. And then tomorrow we're out with his family for his birthday. So Monday we're not actually going to do anything, we're just going to sit in, chill, take away Netflix, that kind of Valentine's. So that's why I'm filming this today on the Saturday. Today I want to try and take it back a little bit and do a bit more of a natural glam. I'm still going to be wearing a lot of makeup, so I can't really call it a natural glam, but not going to lie, it's probably going to be quite similar to my other looks, but my plan is to just go a little bit lighter because I always plan a look and then I get on camera and then I just take it that little bit too much. I'm not too sure if the products I'm using are going to be anything new to what I've used on my other videos, but I have introduced some new techniques and stuff, so I thought I would film for you guys. So to start, I already prepped my face with the Ren Ready Steady Glow Daily Tonic. Looks like this, just with a cotton wool pad. I then went in with the Intense Recovery Cream by Murad, which I have mentioned in a vlog recently, but I highly recommend this product if you're really suffering with dry skin. If you've got oily skin, probably not, but it's really hydrating. That's where all this glow is coming from on my face at the minute. And lastly, I went in with the Ren Brightening Dark Circle Eye Cream. I haven't found an eye cream as good as this. Oh, is it gonna focus? So I'm loving this at the minute. I am going to start off with my eyebrows first because I go in using the Anastasia Brow Freeze, which I have recommended so many times. I like to go in with this first because then you're not moving any products around the eyebrows. It's on and then you can kind of work around your brows with the foundation rather than the other way around. But I am just going to go in with my Morphe eyebrow pencil in the shade Java. I'm applying mainly on the arch area because I've lost quite a bit of hair there, you know, recently. And then just a little bit here at the start. I'm going in now with Anastasia. It's just like a clear gel like this, but I'm actually going in with one of these dental sticks. So I just comb up like this. More to the side though, I don't like a super stood up brow, it doesn't suit me. Takes over my face a little bit because I've got a pea head. So I've just prepped my lids with some concealer and then set it with the Laura Mercier translucent powder as always, and then I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotise eyeshadow palette that I got for Christmas, which I shown in my New Year's Eve Get Ready With Me. This is definitely my favourite palette at the minute. Some beautiful shades in there, but I'm just going to use this one here as kind of like the transition shade. You can just use your regular bronzer, which I normally do, but this gives off a little bit more pigment and also is a little bit easier to blend, but you can't go wrong with a bronzer if you don't own a colour like this. And using like a big fluffy brush, I'm just going to apply directly in the crease. As always, I'm not really gonna worry about it being too neat because I like a really blown out look. And as I'm smoking it out, I'm gonna kind of blend it outwards to create a, like I said, blown out winged look. Don't be scared to like blend it out onto the skin. I think I'm going to go in with, I don't know if you can see this colour here. It looks more silver on camera. It's more of like a really sheer champagne with flecks of pinky tones in there. You can't really see, but I'm going to go for that. I'm just going to apply the tiniest bit with a flat brush because I just almost want like a sheen, like a dust of glitter. I don't want like, well, it's not even glitter, it's shimmer. I just want the tiniest flecks. You know when like the light hits and you just see a sheen or like flecks? That's the vibe I'm going for. Cause it's Valentine's, why not? And that's why I've gone for like champagne-y, pinky tone. I think it's really pretty. I don't usually have glitter on the lids. I keep saying glitter, but it is definitely more of like a shimmer. And then going in with that big fluffy brush, just blending that crease colour in with. Yeah, I think that looks really pretty. Then I'm going to go in with my black pencil from Morphe, and I'm going to just focus it on the outer corner and create a really, really fine wing. I'm not going to drag it in or do my waterline or anything, I don't think. If I want to do that, I'll add it at the end, but I'm thinking of just a really fine liner. Then I'm going to go in with the Sky High Lash Sensational Mascara by Maybelline, which I love. It gives length and volume. I've had my lashes lifted about, I want to say 3 weeks ago. No, about 4 weeks ago. So they've still got a slight lift to them, but I am just going to curl them with these lash curlers, which are by Tweezerman, which, wow, they're so good. They are like £25–30, but they're worth it. Yeah, as I was saying, ow! Oh. As I was saying, we're going out a little bit earlier tonight. We normally go out at like 9 o'clock. But he has work tomorrow morning. Obsessed with this mascara. It's got one of those ones which I used to really hate, but since having a lash lift I find these work better because the little bristles get in between each lash, and if you've had a lash lift you understand how it can get a little bit clumpy if you don't kind of really separate the lashes. So that's it for eyes. I think I might add a little bit more like underneath and stuff once I've done my makeup, like my face makeup. I'm just going to apply the littlest bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I think it is called Hollywood Filter, not Flawless Filter, because the Flawless Filter is the powder, I think. No, I think it is called Flawless Filter, the Hollywood one. So I'm going to apply this, and I use the shade medium, yeah, just medium. And I'm going to pop it on with the applicator, and I mean the tiniest bit. This just kind of evens out my skin tone and gives me that glow underneath my foundation. I do use it mainly for evening out my skin tone though. And I also feel like when I put this on, I don't use as much foundation because it has the tiniest bit of coverage in as well. I will say though, I'm not too sure if this product is great if you have oily skin, because it does give such a dewy finish, but maybe if you use like a matte foundation on top, then you might be fine, but just definitely research into it before you buy it if you have oily skin. So foundation wise, I'm an idiot. I didn't bring my lighter foundation to mix in with my darker one, so we're going to be looking a little bit tan today, but that's okay. I'm going to make it work. I don't know what to use though. I've got my NARS Actual Radiant, I've got my L'Oreal True Match and my Luminous Silk, which I'm definitely going to use, but I don't know which of these to mix in. I'm thinking the L'Oreal just because I want more of a lighter look. So I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match in the shade Golden Sun and 6.5 in Luminous Silk. I would normally use 3.5 in Luminous Silk, which sounds like a huge jump, but 3.5 is like a shade down from 6.5. But yeah, I'm probably going to be looking a little bit more tanned today, but we'll just roll with it and make it work. They're super lightweight foundations, so I probably won't look too dark. Well, I say super lightweight, the Luminous Silk is, and the L'Oreal True Match is more of a medium. L'Oreal True Match I feel like is more of a satin finish, but the Luminous Silk definitely gives more of a luminous glowy look. I am just going to apply the littlest bit first. and then build up, because I don't know how dark this is going to look. Oh, actually it's okay. Because I'm freshly tanned, it's not too bad. I do need to sort my hands out though. Do you ever tan sometimes and it just clings to your knuckles? That's what it's done to me. So I feel like my hands are a bit patchy. Right, the camera is making me look a little bit orange, but I promise you in person it's not this orange. But I am just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to add any more coverage. But yeah, as I was saying, we're going to go out a little bit earlier tonight. That's why the lighting's not too bad, because I'm getting ready a bit earlier whilst it's still bright. We're going to go out for a couple of drinks and then to food. We're going to Alderley Edge actually, instead of into Manchester for once. I just wanted somewhere like different. I'm sick of going into Manchester and trying the same restaurants. So we're going to the new Luciano by Gino D'Acampo. I think it's where the old Piccolino's is, so I'm guessing it's quite similar, to be honest. But he's got work tomorrow and I have just gone off drinking massively, so we're not going to be getting drunk. Outfit wise, I'm thinking of just wearing my knee-high boots again with like a blazer dress maybe. If I do have time I will show you my outfit, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to have time. So what I'll do is just do like a little clip of me wearing it at the end, so you can see the outfit as well. So now the base is on, I'm going to add my concealer, and I'm using 0.5N in the Holly Boone Cosmetics and the 35N medium from Tarte. I'm going to mix them both together. I would just use one of them, like I said in my other Get Ready With Me, but I haven't got the right shade, that I have to mix them both to get the right shade. So I do recommend both of these concealers, but you don't have to buy them both to get this look. Do you know what I mean? You can just use one, but I just mix them for colour. But they're both really full coverage and creamy. I love them both. They're definitely my favourite concealers. As I said in my latest Get Ready With Me, I've changed the way I put my concealer on, so I just apply it here and focus on it here and here. So I just build up in those two areas rather than like a massive triangle underneath my eye. I find that just focusing on these points more highlights your face better than just applying loads under the eyes. I do really like to focus it on the side of my nose as well, because then you're going to get that contoured look. Usually for Valentine's I do like to do quite a sultry, sexy, smoky cat eye, but because I'm going out a bit earlier I thought I'm going to keep it a little bit lighter, and I do think it complements me more with me being so fair. If I put loads of heavy eye makeup on, it can just make it look too much and kind of take over my face a little bit. And I do think for a date night it is nice to kind of have your natural skin showing through and your natural features, because that's why your partner is with you after all, I guess. Okay, so now my base is done, which I'm absolutely loving. It's turned out perfect. I'm glad I went for those foundations because I think the NARS will be a bit too heavy for me. I'm going to go in with the Burberry contour stick in the shade number 1. I did see... Who did I see using this? I want to say Jaclyn Hill, but I could be wrong. But I definitely did see an American YouTuber using this. And when I seen the way it blended out on her, I was like, I need to order that. So I'm using this instead of the Refine. I think I might end up using them both, but I'm going to go in with this. I've got it in the shade medium number 1. And I'm using just like a angled fluffy brush. I'm just slowly building this up. That's one thing, it is really good at blending, but just because I'm so fair I have to be careful with how much I put on. Really good for your nose as well because of how thin the nib is. You can really get that snatched look on the nose. To be fair, I do have quite a small nose, so I don't like to over contour it, otherwise it can look a bit too thin. So I focus my contour just here underneath. I put the tiniest bit here. I look crazy right now. And then I use a little brush like this. Like I said, if I do too much to my nose, it just looks daft. And then just along the forehead, I only add the tiniest bit because, like I said, I'm fair, I'm ginge. I don't want it kind of looking orange in my hairline. Now that the cream contour is on, I'm gonna just powder underneath my eyes and let it bake a little bit. I'm not a fan of like that really super baked look, but what I mean by baked is that I'm just going to kind of let it sit there rather than blending it in straight away. And I'm using my trusty Real Techniques brush and the Laura Mercier loose powder. But before I go in with the powder, you want to get your beauty blender and press in that concealer again, because as it was sat there, it probably has gone in your lines a little bit. So you don't want to set it into your lines. So I kind of set it ever so lightly first, and then I get a bit more powder and let it kind of bake. Do you know what though? I don't really focus it right under my eye. I focus it more like side of my nose and here. I don't like bake right under my eye. It just kind of carves the contour out a little bit more. Whilst that is baking, I'm going to go in with the Sunstalker bronzer by Fenty Beauty in the shade Shady Biz, just to set the cream bronzer, well, contour. And just to bronze my face up a little bit. Just applying a little bit on my nose in the centre. I'm not going down the sides of my nose, just a little bit here. Forehead, I'm just dusting over and joining this bit up to my cheek. With the same Real Techniques brush I used to apply the powder, I'm just dusting away the excess powder that was baking. I really like to do this when I'm not going for like a heavy eye look, to really brighten underneath my eyes. I'm just kind of dusting whatever's left around like my smile line area. Okay, so blusher, I'm going to go in with the Refi in the shade Malaya. This is definitely my favourite blusher, and I'm going in with, I'm actually using quite a big brush, which I would normally use a slightly smaller one, but I'm just warming it up in the palette first and then onto the back of my hand. I like warming my cream products up first on like the back of my hand or in the palette they're in, just so it glides on the skin nicer. And I'm applying my blusher more here, which I've said in my last Get Ready With Me, I don't really like applying it on my apples of my cheeks. I'm just kind of dabbing this on though. I just want a flush of colour rather than loads. And then a little bit on the centre of my nose, as always. And then the forehead. I just think it ties the look together. Right, next up, highlighter. I'm going in with, what do I use today? Do I use the Glowgasm or do I, no, I'm going to use the Cora Organics. The Glowgasm is beautiful. It's like a peachy colour. It's quite intense and I like this for like night out vibes. But this is just the Cora Organics, which is one of the Victoria's Secret models, I think, brand. And it's kind of like a champagne-y colour, and it's really nice for like every day or more of a natural kind of glow. I'm going to pop that on the back on my beauty blender and then onto my hand first, and then using what's left. Can you see it genuinely just looks like your skin is glowing? I like to apply it with this part, pop it onto the back of my hand, pop it on like that, centre of my nose, not the centre of my nose, end of my nose, and then here. For lips, I'm gonna go in with, I think I'm gonna use Sandstorm, or do I use London? I think I'm gonna go in with Sandstorm from NYX. Also, I've got another 6 weeks left on my Invisalign and hopefully they're done. Then I'll get my bond in. If you want an Invisalign video, then let me know, because I know there's some people out there that don't have a clue what it is, don't know where to start, pricing, how long it takes, the pain, etc. Just let me know. But I've actually had mine on a lot longer than I should have, and I think partly it is because of my fault, to be honest. So yeah, I'm lining all my lips with the shade Sandstorm. Yeah, Sandstorm by NYX. This is a really nice Your Lips But Better kind of colour. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Locked Up, which is quite pinky. And I'm just going to apply this more on like the Cupid's bow and blend it in. Just to define it ever so slightly. And then going in with my all-time favourite, Santa Euphoria by Charlotte Tilbury. It's like a little cheek and lip tint. I've never used it on my cheeks though. And I'm just gonna apply a really light layer of that. It's actually really similar to the Sandstorm lip liner, but in like a liquid form, just to kind of fill the rest of my lips in. And then I'm gonna let that dry because it does dry matte. And I'm just gonna put a little lip balm on today. And I'm just using the Body Shop one because it's like a peachy colour and I really like it. Oh, just a little bit rather than like a heavy gloss. Just like so. Okay, do I want anything under my eyes? Yeah, just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. It's just so the concealer under the eye doesn't look too stark white. It's just to kind of blend the two together a little bit. So I'm going in with just my bronzer and I'm just applying that really lightly right towards the lash line. Can you just see how it's just created a little something there? Because I've not got dark lashes to kind of get rid of that contrast. Does that make sense? Because if you've got like naturally dark lashes sat there, then it doesn't look too bare under the eyes. I still want it to look fresh, so I don't think I'm going to apply any mascara. Or do I want the tiniest bit? I'm not going to put it on the inner lashes. I'm just going to apply. Really like coat. Hi Sia. You've not been in the video today. That is the skin and face done and I absolutely love it. It's like my new favourite go-to makeup rather than the heavy eyeliner and stuff. It just doesn't suit me as much as this. But I am running a little bit late, so I'm going to just quickly move on to the hair. And like I said, it's all ready. I might even put it up. But I'm just going to go over it with, with the Dyson Airwrap and see how I feel. Whoa. Zoom out, girl, not in. So I don't know if you can tell, but I've had my hair cut a little bit shorter. So about here. Obviously I've had my bangs cut a little bit shorter. I did tell her to go shorter than usual, which is a little bit too short at the minute. When my hair grows so fast, by next week it would have grown. So I'm just going to go over this, and I might even have it, obviously once it's blow dried properly, like a messy pony like this. Because I'm wearing a blazer, it'll show my neck off more. But I'm just going to plug the Dyson in and come back. Although I should not be promoting dry shampoo because it's not great for your hair, well, especially this brand. There's definitely better brands out there. I do need a tiny bit just on the front of my hair because I've been messing with it a little bit. So it's a teeny bit, not greasy, but it's getting there. I'm just going to brush that out. So I've just put this attachment on. So I'm going to focus it on the root to get the volume, and then really focus on, at the end, curling those ends in. If you want it to come into your face, you want to curl it in. If you want it to go out, you want to curl it up and out. I'm not too sure what I want yet because they're a bit shorter. I don't know what's going to suit me the most. So we'll see. I don't know if to just leave it like this. Sometimes if I mess too much with it, let me just... I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I decided to blow it outwards today. I do like it blowing into my face, but I think the bangs are just a little bit short for that at the minute. So this is what it looks like. So it's just a bit flicky rather than a big curly blow. This is the finished look. Like I said, I will try and get a little try-on clip of me with my outfit here. Hopefully I've got one for you. But I do need to wrap up the video here because I am running late as usual. I really hope you enjoyed this look. It's a little bit different to my other videos because I think my other videos are a little bit heavier, more eyeliner, more of a smoky eye. Obviously I'm still wearing a lot of makeup, but it's a little bit more softer, a bit more fresher. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I hope you all have a lovely day or evening celebrating Valentine's Day with your loved ones. I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.